In this video, I'd like to show you a practical example of why parallel fifths are bad in a composition for singing voices. The explanation has to do with creating melodic lines for each voice that are comfortable to sing. So, to illustrate this, let's start with a chord progression that is full of parallel fifths. Take a look at the tenor and bass parts and see how they move in parallel fifths. Right here, we also have a parallel octave. Parallel octaves, by the way, should also be avoided. Now, imagine you are the tenor voice. Here is your part. Try to memorize it. Now, I will mute the tenor voice so you can sing it along with the other three voices. Notice how hard it is to sing this line. This is because it does not feel at all independent, but rather takes its cue from the bass note each step of the way. In fact, it exactly duplicates the bass line a perfect fifth above. This does not make for a memorable and indeed contrasting tenor line. And because it does not stand out, it is also difficult to sing. Now let's take a look at the bass part. This seems easy enough to sing on its own, but try singing it with the other three voices. Notice how hard it is to hit the right notes. This is because the tenor part is constantly distracting the ear from singing the correct bass note. The tenor note is intimately related to the bass note, since it is always the second harmonic of the bass note. It is very easy, therefore, to confuse the two notes. The ear recognizes that the tenor note contains a large part of the sound of the bass note, and therefore can easily be tricked into singing the tenor note instead of the bass note. This becomes even more apparent if you try to sing the bass part along with only the tenor part. Here is the bass part again. Now sing it with the tenor part. So, as you can see, the tenor and the bass voices have to make a big effort to sing their respective parts when they are voiced in parallel fifths. Now let's take the same chord progression but harmonize it without using any parallel fifths. Now listen to the tenor line. Now I'll add the other three parts and remove the tenor part so you can sing it. This time you'll notice how natural and easy it is to sing it inside the other three parts. The same experiment can be done for the bass part. Here it is on its own. Notice now how smoothly it moves down in scale steps. This makes it much easier to pitch against the other three notes. Now I'll play the progression again without the bass line so you can try singing it for yourself. I hope this example has served to illustrate why it is good to create lines that move independently rather than by parallel motion. Thank you for watching.